Hello everybody, we're back, and by we I mean both of us. We're back at the place that Dave missed out on last time with his COVID attack, and I walked around with Frank. Frank's going to be joining us later. He's got a proper job, unlike us messing around on camera shooting rabbits, and the approach is going to be different. Now, we've had loads and loads of emails and all sorts of contacts with the viewers, and you want to know more about the kit. We have sort of briefly covered it before, but you've asked for us to go into a bit more detail, and we're very glad to do that, especially for me this time, because I'm using something different. I've swapped the thermal scope for the Pulsar Digix C50. Now, this is a day-night scope, so basically in daylight it acts like any other sort of optical scope, and at night it's full-on night vision. It comes, they offer it in two sort of guises. One is scope alone, the other is supplied with an IR illuminator. I've got the one with the illuminator, and it does a great job. It's powered by two batteries, one there and one on board. That IR illuminator has the same battery, and it's simplicity itself to use. In the daytime you run on the little sun symbol, and then when it comes to night you just switch it over to the moon and you're in night vision mode. You've got your recording facility, as you'll see on this video. You've got stills, you've got Wi-Fi. It can be streamed via an app, so the guy who's hunting with you doesn't have to be really bored, because you can see something and he can't. And so far, I've had it for about a month. So far it's backed up everything I've learned about thermal, in that don't be afraid of the technology. It's your basic 30mm bodied scope. It's been tested in all sorts of ridiculous temperatures and conditions. It can be submerged for 30 minutes apparently. Not that I'm gonna no,
be doing that,
I won't be doing that. But it performs just like a scope, really. Same menu driven navigation through the zeroing and everything else, and it can do a load of other stuff that I don't need. But it's got some brilliant little low-tech things, like when the illuminator's on, there's a tiny little green LED to tell me that it's still going, which has been lacking in other forms of lighting that you can't see. Obviously you can't see infrared, so you don't really know that it's on. And but to know that little green light is shining, so switch it off when I don't need it.
Nice little touch.
It's a great touch, isn't it? And you know, this loosens off, and you can do a direction with the IR to get it dead right, or you can slide the mag round, and this varies the intensity, so you get it dead right. I've not yet managed to get any washout with it, where it's sort of glaring everything. And so far, for a comparative novice in this sort of lark, it's been absolutely brilliant. It will be backed up by something that I've become completely dependent on, and that's a thermal spotter.
I've been using this for 3 months now. The Axion, which is a much cheaper model, the XQ38, full of the same sort of features as this one. Obviously the lens on the end is slightly larger than this one, but again, you've got a microphone here and a speaker. You can record video, you can take stills on it. Yeah, same thing. It's this one, just, you know, you can see fits in the palm of your hand quite easily. Chuck it in your pocket.
Other kit, not quite so
I think we just
so high tech.
Mention as well, Terry, that all of these spotters, exactly the same as the scopes. You've got focus for the reticle, and you have got reticles on these spotters, and then you've got focus at the front as well. Which is basically like a parallax adjustment, and it focuses in exactly what distance you're looking at.
You know, and this, you know, if anyone's intimidated by that, that's just a power switch, a recording button, and magnification. That's all that is. Once it's set up inside, that's all it is. And again, I learned that it took me longer to put the scope in the mounts than it did to sort out the internals and get it zeroed. So don't be worried by it. Right, some more basics. Putting the rifle down carefully. I'll be picking that up again in a minute. Rucksack. Wouldn't be without something to carry my stuff in. I've got a jacket in there in case it really chucks it down. I've got some rubber gloves or surgical gloves.
We won't go into that.
I don't. It's nothing to do with anything like that. No, I guess I got a bit more careful over the years. I don't just put my hands in rabbit guts and stuff like that. So just put them on. It saves that charming smell all over the place. There'll be a sharpener, a decent knife. This is what I call an affordable losing knife.
It's a nice bit of kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's RWS. I think it's all of about 15 quid.
Really?
But the important thing, it's super strong. It's got the tang goes right the way through. Yeah. And there's no little crevices there for bacteria and rubbish and like that to hide. You can give it a real good, tip boiling water over it. As well. It's proper tree wood.
Yeah.
Very sternly riveted. I haven't been using it long, but it's razor sharp. You don't need a great big saw-backed thing with a fishing rod in the handle, and you don't need a Rambo knife. You never did, by the way. Absolutely sturdy. I can sort of cut legs and things with that, as well as just cutting the flesh and the skin off. A little sharpener, dead simple. This I use a ceramic side rather than the metal gate on there. Dead easy. Carry that about with me. This will carry anything else I need, if I need spare batteries or spare mags or something, and it carries it. You carry it up your back in the most comfortable way, leaving your hands free. Over to you.
I've just been busy loading my mags up while you've been yapping away there. Yeah. We're both using these Norma Golden Trophy FT heavies, which again are supplied by Ruag. And I think over the three months or so that I've been using these, I've just fallen in love with them.
Yeah.
For this Air Arms S510R, they're absolutely
they are,
aren't they?
They are.
They're heavy as well.
Load and forget, aren't they now?
Yeah.
Just load and forget them. You don't have to. We're not waiting for them to do something funny or anything. You just load them.
But it is pellet on pellet, literally at 30 yards, even at 50 yards down the range.
Yeah. We're spoiled for choice on pellets these days, and these. Definitely.
Yeah, they perform very well in we've both got the same rifle. They perform extremely well. They're heavy as well. They're 9.1 grains, which I like using heavy pellets when I'm shooting rabbits.
Well, with the ranges are only 40 some odd yards, you're not too worried about trajectory once you know.
Especially in 177, which we're both shooting as well. So.
Anyway, I noticed you've got your best suit on.
Yeah.
That's the new. We're all shooter kinged up at the moment.
Yeah, shooter king. I'm impressed with this. It's
it's
very, very nice. It's very, very thin, but it's extremely warm, and there's more pockets than you can shake a stick at. I've got everything.
Dave's got the complete suit. He's got the pardon my hands. He's got the reinforced knees, the welly zip sort of deal going on here.
Internal pockets,
proper
external pockets. Got my torch in there for later on for picking up if I need to.
I just got the fleece, digital camo fleece, just a shirt on under this. Dave's approach is going to be more, as you see us now, he's going to be more sitting and
it's
waiting.
A little bit different, isn't it? I've not done a massive amount of sitting and shooting. I shoot rabbits a lot, as you know. That's been my main quarry for like the last 35 years, but I'm normally laying in a field, in a prone position, getting cold, getting damp. But yeah, I've got me sticks, so I'm going to have my sticks there, I'm going to have my rifle on the sticks, and I'm going to be just sitting back,
just spotting them with a thermal and seeing.
Yeah, simple as that.
Now, back to the big gear. There we go. Air Arms Ultimate Sporter S510R. There's not much more I can say about this, really. I mean, it's
beautiful rifles,
it's a fantastic piece of kit. It is absolutely one of the best air rifles, sporting air rifles certainly, ever made. It's got the go anywhere stock that we both need, without a shadow of a doubt. It's got a superb trigger on it. Again, it's if you do your job, you forget about what this is doing because it won't let you down. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Got it nicely silenced. We got the carbine ones. Holds all the shots we need. By the time it needs recharging, we need a break to get back to the car and have a rest. So the plan is, we're going to wait until the light levels start to go. The wind is not in our favour, and it is very cold.
It is cold.
It is very cold.
It's blowing straight towards the
from
rabbits.
Us towards all the rabbits' weather, but that's what it did last time. But tonight, it's not a raving full moon and a clear sky, so we've got that in our favour. We mustn't moan. We're out doing what we love doing,
that's it.
And we're going to have a go at it. And if we manage to get a rabbit, I'm going to show you how to prepare it. And if I feel like it, I might even cook up a stew. I might even make us a nice rabbit stew to go home
I've
with.
got all the bits in the car.
We've got all the bits. All we need is the main ingredient.
Yeah.
And we're going to be having a bit more of a recce, have a cup of tea, and we'll get on it.
There's a few down there now.
They're down there. They're down there.
They're not shy, are they?
We don't have the cover of darkness to get on them, and as I say, the wind is taking it.
Yeah.
Taking our scent straight to it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to prop this up here now for a minute, and we are going to walk over to our cars. They're only just behind the camera, and have a cup of tea. So see you later. Oh.
So I reckon probably here.
Well, you're looking at a 25 yard shot now.
Yeah, 25, 30 yards.
Yeah. I think you've
got a bit of cover here that's overhanging.
Yeah.
So I'll get them as they come out. I mean, they're going to go behind this mound, aren't they? And I'm not going to see them, but those three that we've just seen are actually in amongst all this stuff. So
yeah, there's a network of burrows just behind there.
It's just going to be a sit and wait job, isn't it? I might even come a little bit further back here.
Go back a little bit. So it'll keep the sound away
maybe
from
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is then bang on your zero, pretty much.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're recording nicely. Now, the image you're seeing now is without any assistance whatsoever from the illuminator. There's no illuminator action there at all. Now, when I switch the illuminator on, bang, you'll see all that. Now you see it light up, okay? And there's one out there feeding. Can you see the rabbit? Out there feeding already. Now it's completely oblivious. Now I can tune that illuminator up and down. Look, you see? I don't need it all. I might need it a bit more later on. At the moment, I don't need any of it. So I reach for my little green spot and turn it off. Swing it around, see what's emerging. Doesn't look like much at the moment. Oh, there we have some potential clients. Yeah, they're feeding. Now, can I get close to them? The wind is not in my favour at all, by any means, but we'll have a go. See what we've got as well. I don't know if your camera can pick it up, but you see the length of our shadows from that permanent light. See the shadows going out. It's not in our favour either, but there we go. Right, I'm about to show you one of the other advantages of the infrared. Now, is that a rabbit or is it a blob? Okay, I'm pretty sure they're rabbits, but when we hit the infrared, look at the eye shine. Now you know what you're doing. Now you know what you got out in front of you. So not only is the target better illuminated, look, there's some more over there, but I now know there's two there. I'll wait for them to come my side of the fence and we'll engage. But yet another example of the advantage of little infrared. Very impressed with that. Switch her off. See? Now, yeah, you can discern a rabbit, but much rather see it nice and clearly. So give it a few more minutes, it'll come this side of the fence, and I'll do my very best to knock it over. Right, little point. Rabbits feel through a lot through contact with the ground. They can feel through their backsides any sort of hard footfalls and stuff. When I'm carrying this, I must keep the feet off the ground, or it'll be, you've got a metal tripod hitting the soil and they will feel it. So it's as well, just when you're carrying it, they're light as a feather, just keep them up in the air, don't drag them along, don't let them bounce on the ground. Yeah, as I thought, they're still there, but they're way out. Yeah, this wind is carrying the scent straight to them. We'll give it a little while. It's not even properly dark yet, but what I might do is sort of imitate what Dave's doing and plot up and just remain quiet and let them come out. Static hunting, we call it, and I think that could be the way forward. Any viable rabbit I have, look at that, right behind that old, I'm told, decommissioned electric fence, and so is that one. How bizarre is that? What are the odds of that happening? One there, and one there. There. Now.
This is very, very civilised shooting, this is. I say, I'm used to laying on the ground in the prone position, which this time of year is, you're going to get wet, you're going to get cold. I do sometimes use a mat to lay on, but I could get used to this. I'll sit here with my handheld spotter, just survey the area, and then when I see a possible target, I'll put the spotter down, switch over to the rifle. Everything's on permanently with this pulsar gear. The scope especially, it's got two batteries. There's one inbuilt into the scope, and you've got a replaceable one, both rechargeable, in the top of the scope there. You know, I've sat out before for 4 hours with everything on permanently and still had loads of battery left. You know, it's not often this time of year that you're going to sit out for 6-7 hours on a rabbit shoot. 4 hours is normally, 4 or 5 hours is normally what I do for a nighttime shoot like this. By then you've either got too cold or you've had your fill. So yeah, I leave everything on permanently, and this gear's more than adequate battery wise to stay on 6, 7, 8 hours. There's one in the mound. There's one just waiting just behind the fence line there. I think he's probably going to come out, so I'm going to switch over to the main scope. That's one. That's a good clean kill.
Right, been here about an hour and a bit. Been tempted, almost tempted into a couple of max range shots. Not really on, there's too much breeze. No need for it at all. I was, by my own calculations, I'd have been given about 2 inches right at 43 yards, and it's not a guaranteed shot, and I don't need to do that. I'll sit around and wait, or I'll come back another day. But Dave's had one, so we've got one for the old preparation and cook-up demo, so that's brilliant. But still loving it. It's absolutely freezing, bit of cloud cover, but it's a tough night, and sometimes that's how it is. But great thing is, still loving it.
They're very, very shy, which I didn't expect them to be here. I've just had two come out, and I moved very slowly to the rifle. I think maybe because we've got this big floodlight over the back of us here, I think they can see me. So it's time to put the gloves on, because these are just like little flags to a rabbit. So the gloves are going on. It's not cold, I don't need to wear them, but every little helps. When I shoot in the summer, I wear a complete face veil as well. It's basically just got, it's like a balaclava, but it's mesh camo. That really helps. So pull the hood up, pull this lid up, see if that makes any difference. There's one just coming out now, just on the edge of the fence line. I'll switch from the phone, from the spotter. There he is. Come on. Nice one. That was a good clean kill.
We've got two way too far away. We are the right side of the window. That's to our advantage. The problem is Dave's. They're moving towards the edge of sort of Dave's territory. I think I better leave them to him. I had all the fun in the world down here last time. He didn't have any, so if there's any available, I'd rather he took them. But it's not the normal amount on the land tonight. There's normally a lot more than this. But it's all right. Still loving it. Still loving using this thing. This is genuinely impressive. Right, everybody, it's about 2 degrees below freezing, and but we've had a tough old night, but luckily we have got a few rabbits. So we're going to prepare one. I'm actually going to cook it up. So first things first, Dave's already done this I think, but as soon as you shoot a rabbit, you do that, okay? You push down from the chest, you're expelling the urine. But as I say, Dave's already done it. Now, next job, to take the guts out. Notice I'm wearing the gloves. I've only been doing this for about a year or so, always went with just the bare hands, but the smell of rabbits, especially if you're doing 3 or 4 of them, not the most pleasant thing in the world, and it does hang around. Now, what you want now is to unzip this rabbit without puncturing the gut, okay? So what I do is I restrict the depth of the blade like that. So lay it on there, pinch, do only a little cut. You don't have to do anything monstrous, and then start peeling. This rabbit's still warm, which is a bit of a bonus on a night like this. So now I'm just extracting the legs, first of all, one out, and I work my way around the back. It's not a difficult thing to do this. When I was doing dozens and dozens and dozens of them, I think my record was about 1.5 minutes for just skinning. All right, now I'm just going to pull the two legs off. Just to show you, there's the belly, okay? Inside that belly, and I want to get it out as pretty much as quickly as possible, are all the guts and the nasties. Again, look, restrict, just use a pinch. You don't have to do anything drastic. You're only unzipping, just unzipping. So, there's all the intestines. You can save the liver and the heart and all that sort of stuff, but I won't tonight because we're going to put it in a stew. And what you want is to take the whole lot out pretty much in one go. Reach right into the chest cavity. There's the lungs. And out it all comes. All right. Kidneys. Again, these are all good normally in an ordinary stew. I would have them, but we're sort of doing it express pace tonight. So we're picking off all the little bits. Now, complete the removal of the jacket, because I will be using the front legs. Most people don't. If you're going to do a stew, they're just throw them away, but they will give a bit of flavour. But again, it's just a matter of, it's just like taking off a jumper, really. This is a bit awkward because I'm trying to show it to the camera, and I wouldn't normally worry about that. But once your thumb's through there, pull that off like that. No big deal. And what it'll do in the end, it'll come through with the head still covered in the pelt. And they've shot this one beautifully. Take that off there, and now you've got the head. Now this knife, again, not an expensive knife at all, but plenty good enough. I've wiped that board with my sanitary type wipes, and as clean as it gets. Just remove the head. Okay, that's it all off. Throw that away. And now, what I normally use for these are game shears. I like game shears to do it, but if you put it through the lock, just through the joint, the elbow as it were, it's no big deal to take it off. Okay, you can use, and this will upset one of my writers, Philip Siddle. He hates anybody using these things, but they work. Even if you don't use it as in a sort of a chopping action, you can roll it. So you give it a little break like that, and just roll it forward. Perfectly civilized thing to do. So, sorry Phil, you might not like them, but they work. It's totally in control. Pull that off. And the choice of this, look, solid metal, big plastic handle, no bits in there to get germs and things in. And now we're gonna tidy up. What I like to do is to knock my knife on the ground. What I like to do is to open it right up from the back legs, like that, and cut that down. What you want to do now is look for any drop-ins in there and remove the tract out of there. Okay. So now that's on there. Cut all that away. You don't need any of that. None of that's any good. All these little bits. And my glamorous assistant in a minute is going to give it a good old wash out. So cut the belly flaps off. Cut that off. Now this one, that'll expose everything pretty much. Clean all that, and that is ready for a good old wash. What we'll do once it's washed is we'll joint it, and I'm going to start cooking it off. So come back to me when we've washed it all up and I'm ready to cook. Right, welcome back. 40 odd minutes later, the happy call's done its business. Everything's nice and tender. All the veggies are cooked through. We've put the sauce and stuff in there. Everything's infused and it's marvellous. And listen, this has been a tough one, but we made the best of it. Look, we've got a lovely meal at the end of it.
It's been a tough show.
Thanks to Dave. At least he bagged a couple. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, what we're going to do is get ready, eyes down, look in. Ta-da!
Oh,
look at all that lot. Look at all that. I reckon we can eat a bowl of that, don't you?
I reckon so, mate. I'm starving.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to gnaw that bit. There's all legs and all the veggies all done. Right, we're going to get stuck into this. We're going to say goodbye to you, but we'll be back soon with a different sort of hunt yet again. I hope you're enjoying them. Don't forget to do the click and subscribe thing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely essential to keep us going. And we'll see you very soon.